Welcome to this sports radio special at the magnificent Tally-Ho with the man of the moment, the Socks and Chocs, my brother, the Busking Bobby, the one with the guitar playing. That's entertainment. Ian, how are ya?
I am really well and I'm buzzing today, I've got to say.
Tell me about today a little bit, and then I'm going to talk to these two guys to the left and to the right of us about what they've done as well.
Okay, you've helped us out before, you've interviewed some of the students before on previous courses, and you know that part of the course they do, the 12-week course that they do to help them get back to employment and stuff, it's about community projects, and that community project can be anything. It could be painting and decorating a community centre, something along those lines. These particular students have decided to do a knife crime DVD. Try and cut down problems with knives, carrying knives, that kind of thing. Something very dear to obviously the police, and we are a police team, as you know, and also to them for the areas they live and some of their friends that they've met over the years. And I think it's a very ambitious project they took on. But to do that, the Prince's Trust, we don't get any money. We have to actually raise all that money. And when we met before, it was down here doing a football tournament. These students decided it's the summertime, we'd really like to put on a fun day. Can you help? And I thought, you know what, I can, because I think that's really ambitious and I think it's a difficult thing to do. It's also in the difficult box for the police to put on, because over the years the police have tried to put things on here at Tally-Ho, and when bad weather's suddenly come in, as we have in Britain, as we've had today to be fair, they get cancelled at the last minute. So we thought it's a bit of a risk, right? But you know what? It's been a risk worth taking. The students have worked really hard. Obviously, Kelly and I have had to do a little bit of work around it, advertising it, because I think if we left it just for the 9 days that the students have got to put it on, it wouldn't happen. So we did a little bit of work around the marketing and also helping them understand some of the tasks that need doing. Because you've got to project manage this, and one of the students, Jessica, put herself up as a project manager.
Now, is that Jess that come into the Biscuit Boys studio?
Jess that you met, she popped in on Tuesday, didn't she? And so Jess and Malika came in, didn't they?
That's correct.
And Jess has done a fantastic job. Everything we've asked her to do, she's done well. I've actually written a statement about her, because the way that she actually dealt with some of the other students while she was project managing back in when we were planning was incredible. She was thinking all about action-centred learning, the I, the team, the tasks. She was doing all that quite naturally. We've not taught her that yet. We do that later in the course. She's done remarkably well. The rest of them have all taken on their little part in that, whether it's booking people, and I think our two guests that you're talking to in a minute, one of the students rang up and spoke to Mark and sort of, dare I say, blagged Leo to come along, which was great. And it was nice, because that particular young lady, Kanisha, she wasn't particularly confident using the phone. It was a big step outside the comfort zone for her, and I think she thought I was going to let her off and she didn't have to do it, but I didn't. I made her do it, and do you know what? She did it, and now that's her bit. She got Leo here, basically. Now, that for her is a major thing. It's a major thing for me to do it, let alone her. There he is doing his stuff out there, and I'm thinking, I'm not supposed to like this kind of music. I'm 50, there I am giving it all. And she was just fantastic doing that. But that's basically two things that I've mentioned to you there. The students have bought their clothing. They're in sort of like cartoon outfits and stuff like this. They're going round schmoozing with people. Juanita, another lady, she's interested in fitness, and we've got a fitness company here, and she's gone out there and did a bit of a display with them. They've just been absolutely outstanding. I'm so proud of them. It's been brilliant today, can't tell you.
And it's very surprising when you get these students, because you don't know what they're like, you don't know who they are when they knock on your door or connect with you, to actually see them think on their feet, do what they're doing, just must be so rewarding for you personally from what you've started. And I want to get more into that about the project, because this day doesn't just happen. And I know you and Kelly have got involved, but from the inception, a baby is born, it's embryonic, and then it grows into an adult. This is like this, because that's what you do. This is your baby, if you like, and the Prince's Trust, and I think it's a marvellous thing that you're doing.
Yeah, to be fair, I haven't got kids myself. We decided not to have kids, and so really I feel like the daddy really sometimes. I mean, one of the students on the other course used to call me daddy. That was you might remember her. Cass used to call me daddy and make me laugh. But it is a bit like that. You do get proud of them. I would imagine the same way as you do your kids. But in terms of this project, we had to make the discussion. We have the discussion with them quite early on in the course to see whether they were interested in doing something that was going to take a lot of work.
Yeah.
Both the knife crime DVD and this actual day. So normally we wouldn't have that discussion until it came back from the residential part of the course, which is the second week. But we couldn't do it like that. We had to have that discussion first. So we did. And they're all there, and varying degrees of skills and abilities and everything, as you always get, but they've all got something to offer to it, and that's not unusual. I think a lot of people think the youth of today, they're a waste of time, etc., etc.
I think they're fantastic.
And I tell you what, they teach us something every day, and I think that wouldn't be the first time I said that to you.
Yeah.
They come into work and they teach us something every day, and they're dealing with issues every day that I don't have to deal with. I don't. I'm lucky. I've got a nice car. I've got a nice house. I get a relatively decent salary. I'm quite comfortable, thank you. But listening to some of the things they have to deal with on a daily basis around perhaps housing, around perhaps benefits and stuff like that. Then they've got to do. Then I expect them to do well at college as well. At the Prince's Trust. So they do a good job, and they are good people. We just need to give them the breaks, and we need to get them to understand that they're good people. Some of them don't believe it, and they don't believe they've got skills and abilities. And I'm telling you now, and I'm telling all the listeners, they really, really have.
I think when you look at some of the streets that they've grown up in, and some of their life struggles, and they've been told for a long time that they're no good, you start to believe that. And it's only when people like yourselves tell them, look, you've got abilities, you're great people, you really can make a difference to our society. You then, to use, oh shit.
For the record,
on your phone.
Oh my God, what a fucking idiot.
Gabby's just tipped coffee all over Leo.
Oh my Lord. What a bonehead.
For Dave Bassett that was ringing, you only had to say no.
Oh my, I can't believe that. What a clown. And I'm just going to say,
knowing your shows as I do, I reckon you leave that button running.
we keep it live, we keep it raw. And
where's Leo gone? Oh, he's gone to the bathroom.
He's gone to have a shower.
He's gone to the dry cleaners.
Oh, my phone. Well, do you think my phone will work again?
Try Dave again.
We're moving on to Mark's. We're going to catch up with you in a bit, and you're going to tell us, Ian's going to tell us all about this one. What do you know about the Prince's Trust and like flying cups of coffees?
Well, it's fun, I know that much. I'm watching you, it's really fun.
Sorry, Bab.
Looking at the involvement Ian's had. We found out about this from Twitter. Twitter is just great socially, and also through working with Barrington and Tracy Patterson. Saw what they were involved in. I thought I'm interested in that because of what Leo School Tour was doing, which we mentioned in the last interview. To be involved in something like that, knowing you're not taking anything out of it, you can't do better than that in life. Apart from getting a waterproof phone. When we went in, we'd done a school tour in Shrewsbury. We came back from there, straight from there to meet Ian at the Digbeth police station with the youngsters. They were, because we were strangers to them, quite standoffish.
People are.
So we started asking, we could be anyone.
Yeah.
So we started asking like questions about what they're doing here and what's it about, what's it bringing to them. Then we spoke about Leo and the warmth that they showed us as hospitality, as just, I don't know, welcomed us into that place. You couldn't help but want to help them. To the point of we wanted to pay for the printing on the t-shirts, to have their name on, not just a brand t-shirt, have the name on there. So then they're not just part of a team, it's also them and the team together, so they stand out. And then we want to get involved in the anti-knife crime video because of Leo's past and what he's had to aim at and go through. It just, everything pieces together and falls into place. When it falls into place, it's easy. It's not hard work. You know what I mean? So we're chuffed to be here today. What we did today was Leo did a performance. We bought the DJ part of it, but then there's another lad there, Rash, who's bought his own DJ stuff as well. So we've gone through his.
Sure.
We've helped each other out on the DJing. It's just a good atmosphere. So from there, it's a wedding tonight now, so it's non-stop, but it's enjoyable.
Happy days. And we're doing an event in Kingshurst.
Is that the Kingshurst Fest?
The Kingshurst Fest. It's going to be the August the 2nd. I don't think it's going to be beyond the realms of possibility to get a group from the Prince's Trust. If any of the guys can sing or play guitar or drum, get a group together and we'll put them on a stage and they can go and do a couple of numbers. I think that'd be absolutely fantastic.
Even come and help us out down there, because I think it's an extension of what you're doing to come and help us out
Love
down there.
to get Ian and the Prince's Trust involved in everything we do, and Barrington and Tracy. We've got a massive big up, because if it wasn't for Tracy Patterson, I wouldn't be sitting here. He wouldn't have to have his trousers dry cleaned, and my phone wouldn't be knackered. Thanks, Gaffer.
Did you see Tracy today?
No,
she was here.
My little girl dances on Saturday mornings, so Saturday mornings is very, very difficult for me, but we're always there in the spirit and tweeting up and Facebooking up. I'm going to move on to the protege, the
wet
golden
one, the wet
child.
one, the wet one.
And Ian's missus as well. What's it like living with this man? Because I'll get down on my knees as well. We look like a pair of dwarfs here, don't we? and ducks. He works his backside off. Behind every great man, there is a great lady. And without your support, he couldn't do what he does. And that's the truth, that is. So please don't give him too much aggravation, and please don't try and stop him, because he's a man on a mission.
Yeah.
And he's a top dollar geezer.
Yeah, he is. He is a man on a mission. But there's a lot of support around him. He's got some great family support.
Yeah.
All his family are here today. His dad and my family have all come down, and we've raised £99 on the tombola.
Superb.
So that's going straight to the community project.
Make it 100, I'll have it.
Okay, that's good. We've made £100 on the tombola. And that's going straight to the community project, which is really worthwhile, the DVD for knife crime.
Yep.
So that we can try and educate people about the dangers of carrying knives, which I'm sure you've discussed at length.
We will be shortly.
Okay, sorry to jump in there.
It's okay. I love people jumping in.
And other successes they've had as well. Young people have turned their lives around.
Yeah, sure.
And slowly they get into the ethos of working, and slowly they get the idea of getting up each day and doing something useful and doing something for them as well as for society, which is what it's all about.
Exactly. It's about giving back, giving people that life experience of your experiences that some of these young uns haven't had, and watch them grow.
Yeah.
You put the seeds, you garden the seeds, and they grow into beautiful blossoms.
And it's just fabulous, because we get little snapshots of their lives now and what they're doing, and it's quite heartwarming to see them actually, as you say, growing as young people and growing into adults. Yeah. And getting stuff out of it for themselves, and then when they're ready, they can give back.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Oh, fantastic. I'm going to move over to the wet one. Sorry about that, brother.
That's not no problem at all, man. No problem at all.
But you didn't think that was going to happen.
Oh, I'm used to going out with the boys.
To be fair, I didn't think that's the first time I've ever done that.
You didn't even notice.
Oh, no.
Oh man, it took me a while to even.
I was just going to mention the changing man, and it was my air guitar, because I'm left-handed, and I was just going to break into song, and I soaked you. So sorry.
That's all right, man. That's all right.
You did break into song earlier. Tell me how that went.
Before we actually went onto the stage, onto the grass, I should say, onto the platform, a lot of the people were on the other side of the park, because obviously the police helicopter was there, and a lot of the attention was over that side. So immediately I said to Mark, how am I gonna get them over here? We need them over here. So we were trying everything, and really and truly, I guess, before I performed, I tried to say, deliver a message to entice everybody to come over, and it worked. Yeah. I said to everybody that, has ever had a lost one or going through depression or any problems at the moment, please come over here and be a part of my first song, Stay Positive. They all came over. Yeah. So the counter-attack was Stay Positive.
I'll be honest, Leo, it doesn't surprise me, because you're a good-looking lad. You've got pecs on you like my thighs. You've got, I swear, your pecs are bigger than my thighs. and you've got such a personality. If I was to pick a kid, because you're only a kid, ain't you? You're what, 21, 22, 23 now. But if you wanted a role model for kids that's had hard times, gone through them hard times, stayed positive, you're the man in Birmingham to portray that message, and I think what you're doing is fantastic. Tell me a little bit more in depth about your message.
Well, most definitely, in school, when I was told by certain teachers, a bit political, I won't say any names, but a certain teacher, told me that I wouldn't really amount to anything throughout school, to the point where I felt I couldn't even, like I'm sitting here talking to a man now. I couldn't do it in school. I lost the ability to make eye contact with a guy because of the lack of a male role model, of the lack of having male support in school.
Sure.
And I embraced that, and I told myself I can't amount to the point where, you know, I nearly turned to the streets, but you know, I turned it all around. Really and truly, it was my mum and knowing that I got to keep on guard is what made, you know, baby stay positive. I had to become a father figure at a young age. I had to do it. I had no option. It was about no option. This is the time, and I need to do something about it. And you know, I won't stop doing what I do, to be honest. So, in general, it was told. I embraced and embedded that I couldn't amount until I wiped it straight off and said, I can, I will, and this is my why. And so I continue doing it, really.
And also, nice little association, because you're a professional. You know, you've got the 3 services, you've got the police, you've got the ambulance, you've got the fire. You're a paramedic, baby.
In school, like it was football first of all, and then it was a fireman, and then when my mum got ill, because I was used to all the paramedics by their names, I was used to her medication names, the amount she was meant to take. I even had to perform CPR before I even knew how to do it. I used to see it on TV, and I did it. I remember the occasion I had to do it for my mum. She was passed out upstairs, and so I took an interest I wanted to be a paramedic.
You was 13 at the time.
13 at the time. But she kept having what we call TIAs, so it kept happening. Doctors didn't know what was happening, but what the problem was is the blood that was flowing through her brain was too thick to pass through, which caused fits, which caused her to pass out.
Sure.
And my sister was a nurse, so I had to take up a medical profession. It was mandatory. I want to be able to be the person that if I have a family member or a friend that needs help, I can give them that advice. So not only is there a musician inside there, you know, a young paramedic was born as well. So, you know, it took me ages to do it, and I nearly walked off the course. And my teacher, Linda Jackson, a Scottish lady, she's a beautiful lady. You know, the day I was going to walk off the course, she's like, "Howard, you're coming back." She kept me back. She was Scottish, yes. That's what I said, didn't I? Oh, well, yeah, I can't do it. So she called me back. She called me back, and she made sure, you know, I finished the course. Anatomy, physiology, chemistry, biology. I got my maths, I got my GCSEs back. I couldn't do my times tables. I couldn't do 7 times, 5 times table. I used to cry in the back of the class, get frustrated, rage, punch the walls in my room because I couldn't do it.
And that's what frustration does, doesn't it? The
Yeah.
attitude, the punching, the hitting out. It comes through that frustration of not being able to connect with something.
Well, because my mum obviously had the stroke as well, the left side of her brain. If she wanted to say door, she would say cat or something like she couldn't. So I'm having to go home. What you need to remember is everybody's pacing away in class. I'm coming home trying to correct my homework. My mum isn't capable of doing it. My sister's not there, which means I had no one to support. Does that make sense? I had no one at all to. So I had to take my time out myself and just try and kill it. Support classes at college. And I say it every day after school, after college, and I got the grades I needed to get, and now I've got all my GCSEs. I can be a mental health worker, paramedic, physio, you name it, I can achieve it now. So, you know, it took me 3 years to do, but I got there.
And that was because somebody believed in you and told you ain't quitting. And now I'm moving on to this geezer that's the message that the Prince's Trust and the police. There are thousands of kids that walk away. They open the door. You know, and without that support, without that framework of support, we lose a lot of brilliant people, a lot of young, brilliant people that this country lets down.
Definitely.
You know?
One thing I will say is, and one thing that I've took in is that if you put something positive in place, like the first step I did was walking into college. I thought, right, I got to do it. And then things started to kick into. I met people. I met Mark. I met my tutor. I met people on the court, and things just click in. But you always have to make that first step. You have to want it. Seriously. So want it, and things will fall in place. That's what I've learned.
Leo, you're a top man.
Thank you
for your time. We're going to be hooking up. I'm going to move on to Ian now. And a big band of mine, I love the get-go. It means the beginning, like in America, in the Wild West. Sometimes in this city of ours, it's like the bloody Wild West, isn't it? You know, but the beginning is what? You take me back to how you got involved, and your Socks and Chocs as well, because as I said earlier, this doesn't just happen, this grows.
Okay, I was in the army a long time ago. and I was in there for about 10 years. Part of that was that the Army, despite what people think, are really good about looking after people, bringing people on, and working to their strengths. Surprisingly, people think it's just all about shouting and bawling. It really isn't. Well, not in my experience anyway. They find something that somebody's good at. I joined the police. That was 23 years ago. I thoroughly enjoyed my career. Had a really, really interesting career. But early on in that career, I met a young homeless man who was living on the streets, obviously. Not a particularly nice guy to the police. Didn't really get on with the police, but I kind of got on okay with him. And I bought him a Mars bar every now and again, you know. And there was an incident once when I was in a subway in the old Birmingham when the subways were all there, and I was in the subway and a group of people were coming towards me, and I was young as a police officer, and the last thing you want to do is start ringing up on the radio too quick and people think you're a bit of a scaredy cat. So I was in that dilemma. Is it enough for me to ring up for somebody else just to be on their way or not? And I didn't want to, and I felt a bit daft. And this man that I'd befriended, if you like, he came out of the bushes. I didn't know he was there. He came out of the bushes and stood by me, right? And the people in this large group just walked on by. I've no idea if it made any difference, but it made a difference to me because I thought he came out and stood by me, and that kind of stayed with me. About 3 weeks after that, he was found face down in the fountain at the top of Council Square, you know, top of New Street, dead in the cold. And it kind of stayed with me for a little while, and I wrote a song about that. The song's called Pleasure, which I think you've probably listened to, and different artists are doing a version, and I'm hoping Leo's going to do a version for me as well, which would be nice. But I wrote this song about that incident, or about the homeless in Birmingham, not specifically that incident, but it was inspired by that. But like a lot of people, I didn't do anything with it. It was kind of, the years went on and I still went on about things and I still had my political opinions and all this, that and the other. But I never actually did anything. And a few years ago, about 5 years ago now, I suddenly thought, you know what, I'm sick of this. I'm actually going to do something. And part of that is the training that I've done outside the police, which is all about human beings achieving their potential, influence, motivation, that kind of stuff. And I thought, no, you know what, I'm going to do something. So I thought, what am I going to do? What can I do to make a difference? And I remembered back to the army days when we used to go out on exercise. It was freezing cold, you'd be out there for a week and you'd have no sleep and you'd be thoroughly miserable. The army always made you put on a fresh pair of socks in that situation, and it made you feel better. And it sounds ridiculous when you've got relatively clean socks every morning, you know, even if you don't put new ones on every day. I do, by the way, folks.
Same.
But you know, it does make a difference. So I thought it's going to be something to do with socks. And then I thought, well, when are we going to do this? And I thought, well, let's try the run up to Christmas. So from about September up to Christmas, then deliver them on Christmas Day. So I thought, well, what does everybody else do at Christmas? And I thought, they get like a selection box, don't they? So I thought, socks and chocs, it kind of rhymes. That's kind of a nice thing, that'll do for me. So Socks and Chocs was born and we decided to do it. So me and about 4 other people at the time, it's raised to about 6 now, like the inner sanctum of Socks and Chocs, decided to start doing a little collection, which we did. And we got about 1,000 pairs of socks and various other bits and bobs and handed it out to the Christmas mission in Birmingham. Very successful, very nice. Next year we did it again, but we got more, and we could manage to get 500, some to a place in Coventry, some to Birmingham, some to Wolverhampton. It kind of worked like that. And then it went a bit bigger again, and the third year we managed to do there and Worcester. My wife, who you spoke to a few minutes ago, she's a police officer in West Mercia, and she does like the same sort of thing for me in West Mercia. So I needed somewhere that they could give to that was a bit more local.
Sure.
And then last year, as you know, I picked up the guitar when a busker, who was here today actually, the busker was here, but I think he's shot off. I picked up his guitar, sang a few songs, including Wonderwall, and it went viral, and I got invited onto the TV, radio and all the rest of it, and was able to talk about Socks and Chocs, and became a little bit of a very, very minor sort of celebrity really, but people got to hear about Socks and Chocs, which is the important bit. And it went mad. We had 8,500 pairs of socks last year, 3,500 boxes of chocolates. I don't count individual bars anymore because I get too many. Oh, not too many, I get loads.
We still want more.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Too many sound like I had enough. We had 800 hats and gloves and all that kind of stuff, because I call that my miscellaneous really, hats, gloves and things like that, and 229 sleeping bags. So because of that, I then got the Prince's Trust role. Not off the back of that, but certainly my contacts that I've met from doing the Busking Bobby stuff has really helped me do more for the Prince's Trust team to put on things like we've done today with a few of my contacts, which has been great. And that's kind of where we are really. And then this year I won the award, a few awards actually. I won the Diamond Award with the police. They gave me that for what I've done with charity and breaking down barriers with the public and stuff and the homeless. I've been nominated for Pride of Birmingham Award.
I saw that. There's a lovely piece in the mail.
It was a lovely piece in the mail. Yeah, that was nice. I've been nominated for Pride of Britain Award. Nominations these are.
Sure.
I actually won the Diamond Award. But then I also won a Points of Light Award from the government, which I didn't know about till about 6 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, something like that. But I knew it was going to happen on last Friday, but I couldn't say anything.
Oh, right.
And it was coincidentally the same day that the Pride of Birmingham thing came out in the mail.
Got ya.
But it was totally unrelated. And it was from the Prime Minister. I've got a very nice letter from the Prime Minister, which you can see on Twitter. I've tweeted it around, saying that he likes what we've achieved, what we've managed to do, influencing other people to help. Because Socks and Chocs is not about me collecting loads of socks. It's about me influencing other people to think, you know what, I'm going to have a go myself. And now we've not just got Birmingham, Worcester, Coventry, Black Country, etc., etc. We've got people all over the country that are ringing up saying, I'm in Bristol, what can I do? Well, there's no point in them sending them to me here in West Mids, is there?
Do it in Bristol.
Have you got something, a bit of a homeless issue in Bristol? Can you help them? And so they go off and they are motivated to help somewhere near them. Yeah, I like it to be under the umbrella of Socks and Chocs, because the more people are helping like that, the more sort of I can use it to motivate other people and to influence other people. So that's kind of where we are. The Prince's Trust bit around that fits in with my sort of human beings achieving their potential, because I think probably to a degree, me and you included as well, we kind of got somewhere in our head where we think we can achieve, and we achieve really well up to that level. Right? But actually, thinking about it, I'm 50 and I'm thinking if I had my head now when I was 18, you know what, I'd be the Prime Minister, I think. If I wanted to be.
I'd probably bugger my life up again.
You know what I mean, though.
I know what you're saying.
But of course you can't have that 50-year-old head on
young shoulders.
You can't happen, can it?
No.
So, I thought I could achieve more, and the young people that come on our course, they can achieve more as well. And that doesn't mean that they're doing badly. It just means that I look at them and I think, you could achieve whatever you want to do, but you just don't know it yet. And my job and Kelly's job is to actually identify that. Remember what I said about the army? They were really good at doing that. So you get somebody in the army. I remember this one lad, street fighting lad, came in. What were they going to do with him? They got him in the boxing team. God, he learnt about discipline. Suddenly now he hadn't got a tie on, but he was straightening his tie and he was going, hey, look at me, they think I'm good at it. And it gave him a bit of belief. And that's what we need to do, just that little chink to get into somebody so that they can start to achieve their potential. Confidence, potential. And when they do achieve that little bit of confidence, their comfort zone just grows that little bit. And then you do the next little bit, and then you do the next little bit. And if you'd have seen Jessica the first time she came through the door for her interview, I interviewed her for the course, she was a little bit sort of unconfident, her head was down, and she didn't look terribly happy with things, although she's very happy married and stuff, but with her life could perhaps get better for what she was trying to achieve from the job centre and all this kind of stuff. Then today she's out there, before you got here, but she's out there and she's on the mic introducing acts.
Brilliant.
And you think, this is just brilliant. This is what it's about, young people achieving their potential. And to teach them how to talk to other people and network with other people is such a big thing. So hard to teach. Because when you're from a world where sometimes people don't seem to give you the legs up, right? It's difficult to think, if I do something for somebody else for no gain whatsoever, right? Something's going to come back for me at some point, but I'm not worried about that. But it will happen, right? So I can live my life like that. I know if I do nice things for people, at some point something nice is going to come back at me. I don't do it for that reason, but I fundamentally believe that's what's going to happen.
What you give is what you get.
Exactly. And my mum used to say that. My mum used to say, what you only get out of this life, what you put into it. These young people want to put more into life, but don't quite know how. And that's where me and Kelly come in, is to just guide them a little bit in that process.
And we've said before, and we keep banging on the drum, knock on to Digbeth at the police station, at job centres, you're there, your website, give us a shout for the website. How can young people get involved with the Prince's Trust, with West Midlands Police? Because I think what you're doing is an absolutely fantastic job.
Okay, first of all, it's not just our police area that do it. There's other police areas such as Birmingham North and Erdington, Sandwell, Wolverhampton. They're all over the place, police-run teams. And there's not just police-run Prince's Trust teams as well. We all work aligned with colleges that run their own versions of the course. Exactly. But I'm proud of what we do, and obviously I'm proud of the fact that the West Midlands Police have got such a close link with the Prince's Trust and with these young people. So for me, all they need to do is, the easiest way probably is follow me at Busking Bobby on Twitter, if they can do that. And then they can see the link. My email address is freely available on there. I'm quite happy to give that over the radio. It's i.northcott@west-midlands.pnn.police.uk.
Okay.
That's a mouthful, isn't it?
It is.
Takes about 20 years to learn to become a police officer.
Do you know what
3 months to be a police officer, and the rest of the time to remember that email address. It's horrendous. Right.
They'll be rewinding.
They will.
Rewinding and rewinding. So for all those that have rewinded 3 times and have gone, I still can't get that, let's have it again.
Oh, you asked me to say it twice.
Yeah.
It's i.northcott@west-midlands.pnn.police.uk.
Brilliant.
Okay,
Fantastic.
and they can send me an email,
Sure.
and then I will make sure they get looked after in some way by the Prince's Trust or by the police or by something else if we think something else is more suitable. Because sometimes people come on our course and there's nothing wrong with them. They're great kids and all the rest of it, but they're not quite ready for our course right at that moment. They need to do something a little bit before that, and we can make sure we put them in touch with those people. For instance, there's Fairbridge through the Prince's Trust. It's a Fairbridge programme, a little bit more one-to-one, and that will allow them to get up to the necessary point of their life where they can really enjoy the team programme, because it's a 12-week programme. It is quite a big commitment. But we will make sure that happens, and I'll pledge that. Me and Kelly will take that call, take that referral, and we will make sure that happens if they need to do that first. Likewise, if we're not starting a course until, for instance, our next one's October, if the person says, well, I'd like to do it, but I don't really want to wait till October because I'm doing something else then, right? Then we can give them to another police team, or indeed a college team. It's not a problem.
Pass them on.
Yeah, but you know what, Gabby? There should be young people 3 deep, a mile down the road trying to come to on one of these courses. There should be. There isn't, and I don't know why. So things like talking to you now is that opportunity to get it out there and get the young people to come along and experience what it's all about. For some of them, in our particular case, we do operate within Digbeth Police Station, and that can be a bit difficult when people come along for the first time. When they come through the door, and they meet me, and I've nearly got my guitar in my hand all the time, playing the guitar, messing about. I've got a very serious side to me as well, and when I'm serious, I have to be serious. I will be serious, because that I'd be doing disservice to the kids if I didn't. If they did something wrong and there was a consequence in real life, such as getting sacked or whatever, I need to make sure they understand that. But within all that, we do have some fun, and we understand about working with any issues they might have that are precluding them from achieving. So it's a real good holistic course that really, really will help them, and I really hope they come knocking at the door. Drop us that email or give me a call.
Superb. And today's been an absolute fantastic success. I'm looking around, you see young kids, you see grandparents, you see black kids, you see white kids, you see Asian kids. It's Birmingham is a melting pot of everything, and that's what you guys do. It's all about inclusion. Nobody gets left out. Everybody's loved and cherished and welcomed into the family.
You know, it's quite interesting. On the last course, I don't know if I told you this story, but on the last course we had a lad on the course that was a sort of, he quite poshly spoken, let's put it that way, and when he spoke he had a very posh accent. Would be brilliant for doing kiddies books, because he got that really interesting sort of, and then John the Badger, you know, that kind of thing. Absolutely lovely lad, really lovely lad. And then we had other people on the course that perhaps had come from different areas and had different opportunities in life, let's put it that way. And let's be honest. Let's be honest about this. On the Prince's Trust team, as a police team, we're encouraged to take people that have got offending history. We don't care. We care about the sand line being drawn, and we say whatever's happened before. You know what? Okay. We care about where you are right now. And if people engage with us, it's a really good chance to redress that balance and say, I've worked with the police for 12 weeks.
Exactly.
That's how much I've changed, right? So there was somebody on the course that actually was from a different ethnic background, okay, and also had some offences. And by their own admission, when you spoke to these guys, they'd say that we just walk past each other going down the street. There's no way we talk to each other ever. He don't look cool, and he's the dude, you know? That kind of thing, right? Yeah. That's what was going off. And we go on residential, and the lad, the posh lad, I won't mention names, the posh lad, he's climbing, like doing some climbing. He's not terribly good at it, but you know what? He was amazing at trying. I'm going to try, and I'm going to try again. And then when I fall off, I'm going to try again. And you know what? He was doing that. And the other lad, the one with the fences, looks up and he goes, "Yo!" He said his name. Yeah. "You're the lion, man. You're the lion." Like this. And then this really amazing friendship and respect sort of came out of it. And I'm just watching it, and I'm thinking, this is just the greatest thing I think I've ever seen. Yeah. And then a bit later on in the course, the same week now, they were doing some kind of pretending to cross a swamp with planks of wood, you know. Yeah. And the guy with the offences, he's leading it because he was a natural leader. And I tell you what, that lad, slightly different perhaps life, you know, and he could have done anything. He was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I've got so much time for him. Sadly, he didn't see the course out. He dropped out at some point, which is a shame. And I hope he comes back to engage with us in the future. But it happens sometimes. Yes. But he was leading it, and he was doing a great job. The only thing was, it wasn't working. So natural leading, all the rest of it, but they weren't getting across the swamp, you know. After about 20 minutes, just suddenly heard this. Excuse me, would you mind? Would you mind if I perhaps said something? Would that be okay? You know. And they all stopped. This guy looked round and he goes, "Yo, the lion speaks!" Right? And then Richard, his name, I think it he came out with then the solution, of course. Yeah. So they do it then, straight away. Yeah. So you've now got the leader, you've got the solution, together working to get across the pretend swamp. Yeah. Brilliant. You can't buy it.
No. And that is a great lesson in life. We may think that we're the lion, we may think that we're the dog's bollocks. Individually, we can't do it. Collectively, with unity, we can achieve anything.
And then, when you think what we called the Prince's Trust team programme, they're working as a team. They're doing a lot of work individually because it's important that they do things themselves, but they're doing it within a team context. So today couldn't have happened if they didn't pull together as a team.
Absolutely.
We've got some people here who's given up going to his mate's birthday party because he wanted to be here as part of his team, and I haven't thanked him for that yet, and I hope he hasn't gone when I finish this to say that, because that's worthy. Sure. And there's another young lady whose birthday actually is today.
Blimey. Do you want to give us things about?
I think we should. In fact,
let's go and find out.
We need to find out. I want Leo to sing it to her.
Come on then. Let's go and going to turn this off for a bit because we're going to be walking around the telio. I'm going to see if my telephone still works. Leo's dried out. Leo, we're going to have to sing happy birthday to you. Have you found her?
Oh, we've just done it.
Oh, Leo, you've got to do it on...
Oh, no, I can't do it.
Leo, come on. Go on.
My voice ain't all there. It ain't all there. Let me get Mark to back me off.
Birthday. I'll sing it, yeah. To you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to...
What's her name?
Kenesha. Happy birthday to you. You took it away, man.
Happy birthday.
Take it away.
Is that alright?
Yeah, thank you very much.
What you got to say for that?
Thanks, everyone.
That was the greatest rendition of Happy Birthday I've ever done in my life. I need to have a lie down now. How old are you, Bab?
20.
Happy days.
Thank you very
You've
much.
got the whole of your life in front of you. Are you involved with the Prince's Trust and stuff and what have you?
Yeah.
Tell me about what you do and what it means to you.
I'm doing a 12-week programme.
Okay.
We've done a fun day event, so we can raise like charity some money, so we can do a knife crime DVD.
Sure. Yep.
And also help the community out.
Yep.
And like homeless people as well. That's it, really.
And where's your community? Where are you from? Obviously you're from Birmingham. There's a lovely Birmingham accent there. Whereabouts in Brum are you from?
Very well.
What you laughing at? It's a lovely smile. It's a great area of Birmingham. Apart from a lot of them are Aston Villa supporters, and it's on the other side of the AB row. But it's great, and it's brilliant for you kids to join together, to come together as a Prince's Trust, as what is it, Team 97, and put on this wonderful event with the help of Ian and Kelly and everybody else, with the police, to do your DVD for knife crime, which is such an important message.
Yeah, I just want the message to go across, so hopefully can go across and stop the knife crime in a way.
Yeah. And you've got cupcakes in your hand.
Yeah.
Have you made those cupcakes, or have you had them made for you?
Yeah, I had them made for me.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. And it's got your name on there, ain't it?
Yeah.
Well, not all, just the K. Have a great day. Have a great rest of your birthday, and hopefully you'll have many, 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 many more to come.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, mate, and enjoy all your stuff. And I'll have a look at that DVD from your knife crime.
Right, thank you.
Thank you. Cheers. Joining me now. The microphone's running.
I feel under pressure.
Don't feel you're just talking to me. I want to know
I'm
about
talking
yourself,
to
what you're doing.
Can we go in there?
Of course you can go in there. I've got to say, just before we do go there, you see that there? That's a monkey suit, that is. This time last week, I was in Benidorm.
Are you talking in that?
No, of course I am, yeah. I was walking around Benidorm in a monkey suit with 12 bananas. That was great fun.
Sounds
On the lash. Well, you come in here, quiet little room, and I want to know all about what you're doing, about your cakes. There's only you and me. We'll sit down on here now. That's it, we'll sit down nicely together here.
What are you doing?
We're talking to each other, we're cutting a radio show, and I want
Are
to
you
know...
on the radio?
Of course we're on the radio. And I want to know about all your cakes. Tell me about yourself.
So I'm Amara, and I run the Big Little Cake Company.
Sure.
I've been kind of operating for about 18 months now. Got involved with Ian and the Prince's Trust in the last programme and helped. I think I donated some cakes for a cake stall, and just got talking to Ian and interested in his Socks and Chocs charity. Helped out with some more cake sales and stuff that he was doing, and some of the presentation evening. Yeah. And then I recently did a 48-hour sponsored silence for Socks and Chocs. How did you do that? With great difficulty.
You couldn't talk.
I couldn't talk. I couldn't use my phone. I couldn't communicate. Couldn't use any non-verbal communication. Twitter, Facebook, everything was banned for 48 hours. But I managed to raise £750, which I spent on 135 sleeping bags, which went straight to the homeless centres around the country, really.
Sure.
And then obviously I've been involved in today, and I had Mo and Faisal with me on Thursday, and we baked, I think it was about 175 cupcakes.
Where'd you bake them?
At home. So I work from home, which is why I can obviously keep my costs down. So they helped me on Thursday, and we did. We had chocolate, we had vanilla, we had toffee, and we had carrot. And they've literally gone like hot cakes, pardon the pun. Yeah. We've got a box of 4 cupcakes, and that's literally it. So we've done really, 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 really well. As part of like my company, which, like I said, is a Big Little Cake Company, we're going to give all the profits back to the Prince's Trust so that they can use the money to obviously do their projects and stuff, their community projects that they're doing this year.
How's the best way to hook up with you, with your company? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Facebook? Do you have a website?
Yep.
Because, without people like you joining in with Ian and Kelly and the kids and the Prince's Trust, these things don't happen.
Yeah.
So anyone that gives up their time.
I do wedding cakes, I do birthday cakes, christenings, literally cake for any occasion. I do cupcake bouquets, which I think somebody won in the raffle today. And you can find me on www.thebiglittlecakecompany.co.uk. I'm on Twitter, I'm on the BLCC, and I'm also on Facebook, which is BLCC Cakes. Or you can go on my website, find my number and give me a call. I love talking to people.
So that must have been really difficult for you for 48 hours. How boring was it?
It was, on the Saturday, it was really good because I was like, the adrenaline was flowing, and I was like, okay, I've got all these craft projects to do. So I was quite I planned and organised my time. But then on Sunday, I was getting really, really bored. I was just but I was going out, and I was like going to the supermarket, but it was really difficult because like every time I kind of nudged someone with my shopping trolley, I couldn't say sorry, and like when I went to, I sort of planned it in my head that I was going to go to the supermarket and I was going to use the self checkout, so I didn't have to interact with the lady on the conveyor belt thing, and even then the thing started bleeping, telling me that I'd done it wrong, and then the lady had to come over and help me, and I just felt so incredibly rude. So it's really, really difficult for me. I talk to anything. I talk to cake stands, so. Yeah.
Biggest cake, smallest cake that you've ever done?
Smallest cake, I've done like really tiny mini bite-sized ones.
Okay.
They're literally like one bite-size cupcake, and the largest one is probably a wedding cake, which was like 5 tiers.
Blimey.
So,
So no job too big No job too small.
Exactly.
But the biggest task you've ever had is to keep your mouth shut for 48 hours, and especially when you're going through them self. Because I've never known anybody ever in the history of self-checkouts to go through and it gone beep, 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 beep. And you need help, and as you say...
And I had help, and I just had to ignore the lady.
And that lady
so
now...
she thought I was incredibly rude.
So if you are listening, lady, she
really
wasn't
sorry.
rude. She
I'm really sorry.
Raising shed loads of money for homeless people.
Yeah, I should have got a thing around my around me, like a sandwich board, saying I'm silent today. But I'm starting to plan my next event,
which is
I don't know really. I was thinking maybe 96 hours sponsored silence, but I don't know. I'm not quite sure. I might it might not be good for my emotional well-being.
And when you're doing anything else with the Prince's Trust, any events, when you're out and about, what have you got on the horizon?
This is the last planned event at the moment.
Sure.
But yeah, I think me and Ian are in talks about some more projects that we might have planned.
Keep your powder dry, kid. Keep your powder dry.
Yeah.
Just give them little bits.
Okay.
Put it in there. It's like gardening. Put the seeds in there.
Are you talking on that?
Of course we are. Let them find out through your Twitter account.
Yeah, if they're following me on Twitter, like I said before, the BLCC, and you'll get regular updates from me and also from Ian. Brilliant. And we'll keep you updated about our secret plans. Might not be quite so secret in a few months.
Nah, might not be. Get your measures.
Yeah.
Cheers. Thanks for your time, mate.
No worries. I'll be speaking to you.
Lovely. Thank you.
Thanks.
Joining me now on the Sports Radio Show, my two mates. Don't call them mates. It's Malika, isn't it?
No, it's Malika.
No, it's Malika. Malika. It's Malika. She goes balmy, don't she?
Hi, it's Malika.
Malika. I know it was. It's just winding up. And Jessica.
Yeah, Jessica.
You joined us. Both of you are on the Biscuit Boys Show. Kelly, come in, Kel.
Hello.
Come in, Kel.
Hello.
Joined us all on the Biscuit Boys Show, didn't you, like last week?
Yeah.
And today we're here with the end product, the finished product. And you, Jessica, I have to say, played a massive part in putting this on today. So a little birdie tells me.
Yeah, I've been a project manager.
Yep.
I designed project manager, so I've had to help with other people to get most of the stalls here and stuff.
And how difficult has it been being the project manager today? Because this has been a fantastic project. You've brought communities together, you've brought your peers together, you've brought the police, everybody, and they've supported you enough. Probably not just the hundreds, but the thousands here, because people have been coming and going all day, and it's been a massive success. So for you and Team 97, absolute round of applause, top drawer.
Yeah, it's been very hard, but we've all managed to put our effort in all as a team and come together to make it work.
And you actually, the beauty about you guys here, you don't know how brilliant you are, because when you realise what you've actually done, when you realise what it sinks in, what you've achieved today, you've achieved something that I couldn't have done today. You've done brilliant, mate. And the beauty is you don't even know how brilliant you kids are. And that's what the Prince's Trust does to you. It gives you something that you've actually already got, and it just takes it out of you. It's a little bit like the Wizard of Oz. You've not seen the Wizard of Oz, have you?
Yeah.
No, you have. And you were the leader. That's brilliant. Fantastic. Kelly.
Hello.
How are you?
Not too bad.
How's it been? I mean,
it's been absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Me and Ian have not really had to do much at all today.
Yeah.
They've all been very well behaved as well.
Yeah.
And got a lot of money out of the public to help them with their DVD.
Do you know so far how much money has been raised?
We don't, not yet, but we will have a total on Tuesday.
Will there be enough to do the DVD, or do we have to go and have another event?
I think there will be enough to do the DVD.
Mm-hmm.
And the students don't know this yet, but the Police Crime Commissioner has also given us £300 out of the Community Initiative Fund.
Superb.
So that's added to their total that they've made today.
And when is this DVD going to be cut? When are you making it?
They are making it in the next 2 weeks,
Okay.
and then the premiere is going to be on the 10th of July. But Faisal here is the project manager for the DVD, so he'll be able to tell you more.
Let's go on to Faisal. Tell me all about this DVD. It's your baby, man.
Well, basically, knife crime's been a centre of focus in Birmingham a lot and around the world, but we're trying to basically help reduce knife crime.
Mm-hmm.
And from a young teenage age, a lot of people are running around with kitchen knives, are the most kind of...
Why?
It's basically as a self-defense tool because they feel the need to protect themselves. That's why a lot of people are resorting to using knives. So we're trying to help them focus away from not using knives.
Sure.
And also save a life, as we are going to use our slogan as don't use a knife and keep a precious life.
Yeah.
So drop the knife, basically. That's mainly our aim, is to make people not take knives or carry them at any time of the day.
So how enduring for you is this going to be? What kind of, like, your thought patterns are already starting? I can see in between your eyes there, they're all dancing around. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. How long is the video going to, is it going to be 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 10 minutes?
Well, approximately we're looking at 20 to 25 minutes around that key frame, and also impacting with a lot of imagery and a lot of action pack, mainly just to portray the message. That's what it's all about, getting across to the audience and making them think on the spot, as well as questioning with the video itself. So they're also going to be thinking about the reality that affects the people it affects, not just the person that's being stabbed, but a wide range of people that we're going to also incorporate within the DVD, and you'll get a full understanding of how it goes.
Music, you're going to have music in there as well. How's that going to work?
Yeah, we're also going to include a person who was actually caught up in an incident from knife crime, and we're going to add his music in, basically. A guy called Joshua Bearer. Also known as Depsman. His music within the video itself. So we're kind of going to give a memory towards him as well, tribute in a way, as well as his mother contributing with an interview as well.
Brilliant, because Depsman was really big, really popular in the kind of the urban, the rap kind of, you know, not my genre. I'm a bit too old for all that, but you know, for your kids, I mean, he was like, you know, top dog, wasn't he?
For sure, yeah. Definitely, we're going to possibly include a lot more other interviews as well from people who have been affected by it and also have committed a crime like that. So we're trying to get the whole kind of spectrum of the story, so not from just one perspective, but looking around from other kind of angles and stuff, trying to incorporate everything as much as possible within the DVD itself.
And where's it going to be premiered? Where are you going to...
in Birmingham City Centre, the Odeon.
Okay, blimey. Are they going to put that on before one of the big films?
Hopefully, we're hoping so. It's going to be a free entry for everyone to come in, free to the public, so if you're down, make sure you get down there.
Do we know the date yet? No. Okay.
No date, yes sir.
That'd be great. There's a big film coming out with our mate Barrington. Meet the Governors. Be great. That's going to be an absolute blockbusting smash. The Governors. Be great to have your little trailer before the Governors film.
Yeah, that'd be a cool idea to do. Definitely.
Well, have a great time with it. Any help you need, tweeting up and stuff and that, we'll help you as much as you can. Who's this young person to my right?
My name's Homaira.
And what do you do?
I'm just helping everyone basically. And in the DVD, I'm gonna be interviewing people.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And what's your involvement with Team 9? How are you getting on with the course? And
it's brilliant. It's fantastic. I'm loving it, and just helping everyone basically, and just making the most out of it. And it's really nice here.
And how did you get involved? What's your story? Was it through the job centre? Was it through the police?
I looked up on Facebook. There's a page called Birmingham Updates.
Okay.
And I applied through there myself. And I got onto Team 97 because before this, I had nothing to look forward to. I didn't have anything to wake up to and say, yeah, today I'm going to do this. But now I've got something that I know in my head that I've got something to look forward to, definitely.
And that is so important for any of us.
Definitely.
For young people like yourself.
Yeah.
For old blokes like me.
You don't look that old.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Bob, I'm ancient. I tell you, I feel it at times as well. But no matter what it is, we all need something in our lives.
Definitely.
We need something to show us that way forward and to go for it. And what these guys are doing here, West Midlands Police, the Prince's Trust, they're superb, aren't they?
They're helping us a lot. Ian and Kelly, they're brilliant. They're supporting us all along. They're residential, they've supported us a lot there as well, so it's brilliant. They're fantastic people,
Superb. And without that, you'd probably be doing nothing today, would you?
Really, honestly, would be just either thinking what to do, either housework or stuff, really.
Exactly. Have you been flying that helicopter, by the way?
Sorry?
You've been flying that helicopter today?
Nah, I was just making sure people are get a go onto it,
Brilliant.
Just running around, basically, back and forth, make sure everything plays properly.
Well, you've done an absolutely brilliant job today.
Thank you for the community for coming along and helping us, and thank you for the West Midlands Police and everyone else who came along and supported us, and we wouldn't have done it without them. Without their help, it was impossible, so thank you to everyone who came along and supported us.
Do you know, when you see young kids trying to do things, people will help you.
Definitely.
It's, you know, the youth of today get a bad name and a bad reputation. I've got 6 kids, 2 grandkids. I think kids are brilliant. Without kids, you've got no future.
Definitely.
And it's about time we started believing in our youth. Well done, mate. Superb.
Thank you very much.
Malika. How are you, babes?
I'm alright.
Did your nan turn up?
Yeah, she did.
Brilliant. I
Yep.
bet she's proud of you.
Yeah, my mum turned up as well.
Superb. What's today been like for you today? Because, you do everything.
Really
as well, don't you?
busy.
Yeah.
But it was good though, because I got involved. I was working on t-shirt
I
stand.
know, I've got mine that you printed.
Yeah.
Superb.
So yeah, and it was fun. So
Yeah.
yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. I think everyone did.
Yeah. And it's, it's so rewarding to do all these things, for you kids to do something with your lives, to go out and not prove to people, but
Show them.
show yourself what you can do, what you have inside. I've worked for multi-millionaires and stuff. I've worked for myself since I was 21. I've been a black cab driver, and I have people in the back of my black cab, and I look at them, and they're just the same as me. They've got arms, they've got legs, we're all the same. We've all got skills inside of us. It's about bringing them out and connecting and doing something. And this is a place that you can do that.
Yeah.
And I know you can as well, particularly young lady, because with our Biscuit Boys,
Yeah.
you're one of that. You've got so much inside to offer.
Yeah.
So you just keep it going, and you're going to be involved in the DVD as well, aren't
Yeah,
you?
I am gonna be in the gang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope it's not so much of a vicious gang, I hope they're a nice gang.
You're gonna have to see. Yeah, you're gonna have to see. So
I'm going to be looking forward to this premiere
Yeah.
of the hottest show in town, baby. So what you done? Have you all finished? You're all ready to get up and go home, and
Yeah.
Yep.
Everything's packed away, so we just,
Malika, well done.
Thank you.
Well done, mate.
Thanks for coming.
We do try and support as much as what we can for Ian and for Kelly, West Midlands Police, the Prince's Trust, you kids, Team 97, because I think that you're all fantastic people, and I think you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
And I'm now going to go off to watch God, which is Paul Weller, and you don't even know who Paul Weller is,
No,
do you?
I
He's as
don't.
bad as flipping Leo GoldenChild. You don't know who he is neither.
Is he?
Paul Weller.
Yeah, footballer.
No, he's a star. He's a singer.
Oh.
Yeah. Probably not your genre, but there you go.
Yeah.
I'll introduce you to him one day.
Good.
Malika, thanks for your time,
Thank
mate.
you.
Brilliant.
Thanks.
Cheers. Thank you. Cheers, kids.
Thank you.
Joining me now on this sports radio production, Biscuit Boy style, is
Petra Foster from Perfect Print Shirts in Birmingham.
And what have you done for us, Petra?
Today we've provided you with, well, first of all, we've met at Tally Ho.
Yep.
At the Prince's Trust charity event, and we've been printing T-shirts on site.
Yep.
So we printed basically a personalised T-shirt,
Yep.
and you yourself got one, didn't you?
Yeah, Biscuit
Boys!
Boys.
Woohoo!
It's the first ever Biscuit Boys t-shirt.
Wow, you're joking, is it?
Mrs. Brown's going to be absolutely
Oh
gutted.
my God,
She ain't
so
got one.
listen.
Yeah.
We're doing those now for you, aren't we?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Superb. Tell us a little bit more about your T-shirts, where you're
Yep.
based and everything.
Yep.
I mean, and you do occasionally, you listen to the Biscuit Boys as well, don't you?
I do listen to the Biscuit Boys, yeah. I actually follow you on Twitter, and I was quite surprised that you're right here, standing next to me, and I'm doing you a T-shirt.
But that's the beauty of Twitter.
Yeah,
and
it
that's
is.
the
It
message,
is.
and that's the story that unity, we
Yeah.
stick together, we pull together, we can make a better day for each other.
Absolutely, yeah, definitely. I mean, we're called Perfect Print Shirts.
Yep.
It's myself and my husband's business.
Yep.
We started 11 months ago, and what we do, we print and embroider as well. So we do lots of workwear. So we print and embroider high vises, hoodies, T-shirts, bags, you name it, we can literally print it. And we print for manufacturing companies, electricians, builders, anyone that wears a uniform, anyone that wears branded vans, we'll print it for you. And you can follow us on Twitter, which is pprintshirts.
Yep.
And our website is www.perfectprintshirts.com. And my name's Petra. Oh, my number is 0800 1777 174.
Petra,
Is
you're
that everything?
good. You're good at this. And you've got a lovely smile as well.
Thank you.
You are good. You're a natural on the radio.
Thank you.
So what people say is, oh, God, you couldn't put, what am I going to say?
Yeah.
You just talk.
You know what? The thing is, right, I'm self-employed.
Yeah.
Before this, I was working 5 years as a manager at a teenage parent hostel.
Sure.
And when you become self-employed, you have to speak out.
Of course you do.
Because you have to get your clients, you have to get your customers, you got to get your name out there. So thanks for listening, everyone, and and follow us.
What was the tipping point when you was working, you was managing, you was doing your job?
Yeah.
Not 9 to 5, I'm assuming, in the kind of role that you had engaged in. To say, right, none of this now, me and the husband, we're going to do our own business, we're going to do our own... That is a massive, bold and brave step.
Yeah.
What made you take it?
I was seeing domestic violence every day. I was seeing benefits every day.
Yeah.
I was seeing drugs.
Yeah.
And it just got too much.
Yeah.
And I felt like I couldn't help anymore. And I had to be honest with myself because I lost my compassion.
Yeah.
And then I used to go to work and I didn't smile anymore.
Yeah, sure.
So I'm normally a bubbly person. I didn't
fire
smile
went out.
anymore. It just went. I was tired of going to child protection meetings.
Yeah.
I was tired of calling the police. I mean, I've been threatened so many times by the young people's parents, and I just thought I can't do this anymore. And then my husband, he was a long distance driver, so he would wake up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and he would be traveling and sometimes falling asleep at the wheel.
Yeah.
And he would come home at like 7 o'clock and have to go to bed for like 10. So we'd never seen each other.
Sure.
And we're skilled graphic designers. And then the one morning, my husband was getting dressed and I woke up and I said, you know what, let's start our own business. This is about 3-4 o'clock in the morning. And he said, okay, what we're going to do? And this was the plan, right?
Go on.
The plan, we're going to print dog and owner matching T-shirts.
Okay.
That was the actual plan.
Did you?
No. We didn't even do that, right? We didn't do it. Went to some dog shows and everything, done a bit of market research and that. And then in the end, I just went to like my local barber shops, my local hairdressers, and just said, hey, I can print your T-shirts.
Yeah.
And that's how we started. And we're going ever since. Now we've got orders that come in from Bromsgrove, from Worcestershire, from Birmingham as well, and we're just growing.
Brilliant.
Yeah, and it's been really good. It's tough.
Yep.
It's hard going.
Self-employment is tough.
It is tough. Yeah.
Nothing comes to you.
Yep, you got to go and get it.
Got to search.
Yeah, got to go and get it, and we're getting it.
That smile,
We're getting it.
You've got a lovely smile. You have, honestly.
Thank you.
That smile can light up a room,
Oh,
can't it?
thank you.
Absolutely fantastic. And where are you based? Have you
In
got a
Aston.
shop? Okay.
Aston, Birmingham. Yeah.
Have you got a shop, or do you do it from? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we got a little place we work from. Yeah.
Keep it small.
Keep
the
small,
overheads
absolutely.
down and go out and give it to the world. How did you
Absolutely.
finally, before you go, because I can see your husband, you say the nice thing about you doing all this, he's got to do all the work. Oh, he's going from there to there to the car, he'd be cursing you and I.
He won't. He does all the heavy lifting. Yeah, because the thing is, he's like a behind the scenes man.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm always out networking.
Yeah.
I'm going to be in fact, Monday, I'll be at the Motorcycle Museum.
Okay, what are you doing there? Tell me about it.
We're doing, I'm a part of the Solihull Chamber of Commerce.
Okay.
And they've got a big networking event on Monday.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll be there.
So important, those networking events.
Absolutely. Grow your network. People get to know who you are and everything and provide good service, yeah.
Did you get involved in the hours? Birmingham hour, Solihull hour,
Yes,
West Midland
I
hour,
did.
all the hours.
Yes. Yeah,
That's
because
great as well.
I think last week I had like 100 and something Twitter followers, and Wednesday and Thursday my fingers were literally hurting me. I was every single hour I was just there tweeting, and it's grown from since. And when you have a business, you have to make phone calls.
Correct.
So I literally added my hey, I'll give you my secrets now, aren't I? How I get my sales. Hey, I literally added all of my people who I can provide uniforms to a list on Twitter, and I called them. Yep, I called them. So this week I've got quotes going out, and that's how I get it.
Social networking sites are vital. They're brilliant.
Yep.
They can. The other week I was out, and you touch these yellow stars.
Yes.
Right. I didn't know. 400.
Yes.
Don't ask me how I did it because I don't know.
Yeah.
Right. But my phone,
mine's like that all the time.
Right, nearly went in a pond.
Yeah.
I had to turn it all off.
Oh
It was
my
driving
God.
me mental.
Yeah.
But they're fantastic
It
way
does work.
of promoting your business
It does.
and growing. You don't need these massive shops. You don't need all these.
No.
Just get on there, get out in the marketplace,
And the thing is with
Keep
us as well,
smiling.
because people think that when you start in a business, you know, you have to have it all together. You have to speak posh. You have to have lots of education and whatever. But literally, because you're you feel like you're connected on Twitter.
Yeah.
Because you got back and forth little conversations. So when you ring, it's just like, hi, it's Petra from Twitter.
Yep.
And it's okay.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean?
It's like a family, innit?
It is, you know.
People don't realise that,
Yeah.
but it is like
It
all
is.
our shows, the Biscuit Boys, everything's all grown out of Twitter and
Yeah,
Facebook.
wow.
Yeah, I swear. I ask people, and like, you know, sometimes with the blue ticks, they don't get back to you, do
Yeah,
they?
yeah.
You know, and you can understand because there are a lot of wind-up merchants.
Yeah.
But without Twitter and that, we wouldn't have had the Biscuit Boys.
Wow. And how long you been going for then?
Do you know, I don't know. I don't, we're just sitting in like our studio,
Yeah.
just chatting. We used to be called the Dummy Brummies in the early days before I got
okay.
the sack. Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought the Dummy Brummies was more appropriate.
Yeah.
But we just get on and we just sit there and talk rubbish,
Yeah.
play some great music because there's great music about. And I can't believe that real AM, FM commercial radio
Yeah.
stations
Yeah.
don't find these artists, and that's why we set out and doing what we're doing to help and to promote and to like get their music played.
Yeah, and also you promote local charities too.
We try our best.
Yeah, because that's actually how I found you on Twitter, through a
Yeah.
local charity. Yeah, so
We
that's
try our
that's
best.
really good. Yeah,
I don't like the big stuff.
Yeah.
I only like the small guys,
Yeah.
the ones that very rarely
The
get.
grafters.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
get no help.
Yeah.
They'll keep like asking for help, and
Yeah.
I go, I'll help you. You're joking? Of course we will.
Yeah.
And when they're big, I don't want to help you when you're big. I don't like the black ties and all that. That
Yeah.
ain't me.
I know what
Spit
you
and
mean.
sawdust, the nice little people, and all the rest of it.
I mean-
in a normal.
Yeah, I mean, even when you see us networking, we ain't got any.
Yeah.
We ain't got any corporate shirts on,
No.
plush shirts. We're literally in jeans and a hoodie or a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You got to be yourself. Just be yourself. And the most important thing about me and us,
Yep.
me and my husband, our business, customer service.
Bang.
Yeah.
Bang on.
Our tagline is. We deliver what we promise.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's our tagline. Keep it simple.
Absolutely. Can I just say thank you very much for your time?
Thank you for having me.
Keep listening, and it's Biscuit Boy Stock is 5. Yay! And where's my t-shirt look like? Let's have a look. Da-da-da-da. My eyes are closed. I'm having a look. It's the first ever Biscuit Boy t-shirt. Oh, brother! Superb! Thank you very much.
Take a picture, babe. With your phone.
Hey?
Right, we'll get this on.
There we go.
3, 1, 2.
Jeez!
Sorted. One more time. One more.
Go on, then. Go for it.
1, 2, 3. Sorted.
Okay, thank you very much. Thanks for your time.
But I didn't even get your name,
Gabby?
Gabby.
Yeah.
Thanks, Gabby. Thank you so much.
Right, I'm going to turn this off.
Oh, that's not off yet.
Nah, I like keeping things on for a bit. Right, okay, I'm going to see who else I can find.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? We interviewed the girl from Benefit Street,
Oh, okay, yeah.
She was here.
Still running.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was here. She's
Yeah, what
she's
do?
doing good. No, the daughter.
Oh, all right, yeah.
She's doing all right,
She was dressed up as a banana, wasn't she? She was, wasn't she?
No, she wasn't.
They were having me. Leo was having me, and he said she was dressed up as a banana.
Maybe she was then.
I don't know. It's very appealing.
Oh.
Good luck.
Oh! I'm rubbish at that, right? I'm rubbish.
Thank you. Good night. God bless. See you soon.